but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear
Hey, there's people waiting. Let's go ahead and get this thing going here. I think I've got all of my junk sorted out. Can you believe the audacity that my job expected me to actually work today? And I ended up working right up until the end of my day, and I only allowed 15 minutes to get started up, and I've taken 28. So that's just me. That's how I'm going to roll. Ooh, hey, I had SnowRunner firing up in the background. It had finally finished loading everything. It scared the hell out of me because I'm sitting at the gas station, so it's playing gas station music. Let me go ahead and get us flipped right on over there. This is the important stuff. We got to get this going. So I have been working through Wisconsin. A terrible job expecting me to do work. I know. I am in love with the phrase quiet quitting. It is a total BS term, but I like the sentiment behind it. Actually showing up, doing the work that you are contracted and paid to do, and then that's it. And then you play SnowRunner in the evenings. That's pretty much all I do now. Until the Xenoblade 3 DLC story add-on comes out in, another 10 months. Then I'll be back on that for a while. Let me see, what all have I got going on here? Yes, so I'm working through Wisconsin. I have all of the watchtowers open. I have found all of the upgrades. I have completed all of the miscellaneous tasks, which seem to cover repairing all of the bridges and all the broken infrastructure. I've done all of the miserable logging missions, so I think those are all out of the way. And I've started working through the contracts. So on this initial map, the primary set of contracts focuses around getting the paper mill up and running again. There's actually 3 initial contracts you have to work through to get it open, and then there's one that once the paper mill is running, you have to start running. You don't run paper around, you run the pulp that it generates. I think you run it to another map, so it's gonna be pretty exciting. Yeah, quiet quitting was absolutely formulated by the hiring industry to badmouth people that are doing what they've agreed to do and not deciding to put in an extra 30 or 40 hours a week for no compensation, because, you know, screw that. I've spent most of my career doing that, so I'm more than happy to back off the throttle a little on that and maybe not die as young as necessary. So let me see, where am I? I am on Paper Factory Section B. I've already completed A. These are the contracts that say we need these 15 different kinds of things and 2 or 3 loads of each of them delivered. In this case, all to the same place at least, the paper factory. So I've completed Section A, so it built up one side of the paper mill. I'm now working on Section B, which I presume is going to build the second side of the mill. Once that is up and running, then there is a Section C, which I'm going to bet must then be the center of the paper mill, that gets it up and operational. And then completing that one will open up the Wisconsin truck trip, where you need to take 16 loads of cellulose to the unloading zone on the other map, which that'll be a fun drive. Let me take a quick look. This map actually doesn't have any terrible terrain here that would get in the way, because this is the factory. So I completed this side. So yeah, you can tell I built this stack here and it populated those tanks. So I'm guessing B that I'm working on now and about to finish is going to be this side. And then C is going to populate whatever goes in the middle and maybe finish off this building and get us running. So I have done a bunch of cement, a bunch of concrete. I have been able to run around collecting all of these pieces from the warehouses around the region. This now, I need 6 more metal rolls. This is the first time there are no metal rolls left for me to pick up here. I might be able to go to the other map to find some, but that's a lot of extra driving. So what I have found is that this generator and cargo creation area over here, let me see if I can click in just the right spot to trigger the truck. There we go. So over here is a cargo creation area. A lot of other places, you take some of the materials there and then you cache them in to get them converted into others. This one is more like the one I've run into to Tennessee, where you have a generator that needs fuel and then you trade fuel for materials instead of crafting them from other materials. So it's kind of a shortcut. This map gave me this generator for free, full of fuel, sitting right here at this facility, like it knew I was going to need this. So I ran a truck over here. I ran a fuel truck over here because I didn't know this one came free full. So I got lots of fuel for repowering it. And I have triggered it to go ahead and build me the beams that I'm going to need. So I've got 3 sets of metal beams, which can be turned into 6 rolls of metal rolls that I will then haul back to the paper factory. Whew, economics is getting complicated. So let me see. No, I don't need the Azov. The Tega's sitting at the gas station. It's got the trailer loaded up. I can fit 2 sets of beams. Bardic one, welcome. Ooh, Bardic with trucks. Resubbing on a 2-month streak. That's like infinite here. And of course, it is Pathfinder night for Bardic, so thank you for popping in. Thank you for the eventual lurk. Oh, yep, there it goes. Oh, have more trucky goodness coming in the redeems eventually. I do not have my Pathfinder game tomorrow night, so I'm going to cash that in, I think, for working on maybe getting some extra video redeems that can pop over the top. That might actually be a little entertaining. I've got more notions than I've got time to actually work on things. I've been very peripherally trying to get a Steam Deck plugin that's going to activate the flip counter on screen. So far, the only one I've found that someone has pre-built and ready to go is either expired or it's Windows specific, so it's not available to run at all on the Mac that I'm currently streaming off of. I'm a little unclear because it's at least 3 to 5 years old right now, so it may have gone out of support. I found the source code for it. It was written in C#, so making it run on the Mac would take a little bit of work, but nothing unmanageable. So I may end up having to steal source code and roll my own. We'll see. Or maybe I'll get really fancy and just write something up in JavaScript and see if I can hook it up to a page display. I've got lots of plans, little time, as normal. Oh no. Phew. Okay, beacon's on for safety. Yep, everybody looks like they are up and running on screen. I always run my monitor at real low resolution just to keep the bandwidth down over there, but watching it feedback directly in OBS at full resolution, that's really pretty. Be kind of fun once the Steam Dock is available. So I've got an HDMI output source from my Steam Deck. It would be fun to run this at whatever maximum resolution that will support. Although I can only rebroadcast up to regular HD. Which technically this is, but on the Steam Deck it does a much better job of filling in extra detail, and the pop-in distance is much farther out than I get on this. So it might be fun to do a little Windows side streaming on this. Probably also work better as a server for doing multiplayer. That's right, I forgot. This is some mud. The fuel truck that I ran over here was rear-wheel drive only. It's that Pacific P512 that does way better with rear-wheel drive but diff locks than it has any business being, but it was struggling in that mud. There was a lot of winching to get it across there, so he's going to live over here on this side of the river for a while, I think. Okay, I have filled up a lot of my space here. Getting this bad boy turned around when full of metal beams might be a bad choice. But hey, look at me. I'm already committed to it. Does Steam Deck do 4K? That is going to be an interesting question for the future. I suspect not. I know that its built-in screen doesn't, but you know, like the Switch here does 720 on screen, but it will do 1080 when you've got it docked. I have a suspicion the Steam Deck will probably run the same. I also kind of suspect there will end up being a Steam Deck 2 that will do a 4K dock support. I have the dock on my wish list on Steam, but it's almost a completely blank entry, so I don't know what any of the specs are. Chances are they probably don't. Well, they better know the specs now, because they were kind of planning on having it ready not too long from now. Oh, every choice I'm making here is going to end up bad. Let me try this again. That sign apparently doesn't want to get mowed down, so let me try going a different route. Man, if only Urgent Sandwich was here. Give me all these truck driving tips. Nope, don't back over the edge. Oh, look at that. Pretty much a super ultra pro. And I saved finishing off the syllables there until I was actually off the hillside. Let's see what we can do about making this look a little more presentable, maybe. It's a little sloppy, I got to admit. Okay, there we go. Try this some more. I actually haven't driven this side nearly as much as I have the other, so I am not yet sure just where the good line is through this mud. I'm going to surmise that I have just not found it, however. That looks kind of bad. So let's start with a little gentle pull from the nose. I think you're pro enough. No need for that bad mother trucker. The bad news there is that I sold off all of my original Xbox games when I moved here. So just, you know, we were looking to trim whatever we could. We did a poor job of it, but I found at least some stuff so I could save a few boxes worth before moving. But all of my original Xbox stuff went. I hadn't fired that machine up in years at that point, and the backward compatibility was marginal on most of the crap games I had anyway. Bad Mother Truckers would definitely fit into that category, so I got rid of it. I had weird fun with it at the time. It played more like Crazy Taxi than this game, certainly. But that would be entertaining for Sandwich to find an old copy and get it fired up and prove how much unlike actual driving it really is. Wait, I think we're gonna make it. I'll get a little bit farther up out of the mud for this reason right here. What are we stuck on? How did this happen? Apparently have a mud rock I gotta get through. Once I get to the mud rocks, then I'm gonna grab that beam before it can fall off. Okay, there we go. Front end is back up in the dry. No, don't tip. There you go. Yeah, good enough. Go back into low so I can get the pull to get me started here. I did not set those beams quite far enough down, but as long as it stays winched, it'll flop around in the breeze. Did I enjoy Big Mother Truckers? Well, I'm going to say yes. I did enjoy it at the time. I would probably hate it now. It didn't have the same, game loop that Crazy Taxi did. You were driving from location to location, but it wasn't the same. Quick, pick up a fare. You got this quick timer countdown, and there's a lot of the hectic that is what makes the game. It was more a case of the physics were really poor on it. You would come flying down the highway more like those multi-seat arcade NASCAR games where you got a bunch of people 8 wide in the little plastic cars racing side by side, and the physics are fluid at best, just to promote that look of high speed, but no realism behind it. It played like that. So you come screaming around 90-degree turns, you get a little Tokyo drift going with that trailer, which, to be fair, sometimes SnowRunner here will do too, and it looks bad. And it looked bad then in Big Mother Truckers, but you had different areas that you could unlock, and Crazy Taxi had a silliness aspect that was part of the charm of the game. Big Mother Truckers had silliness that was kind of coincidental and slightly awkward, and then they would try to go for some of the salacious factor, like on the cover of the box. It just didn't work. It was appealing to 12-year-olds. I was older than 12 when I had it, but I had it nonetheless. But given the state of other driving games on the Xbox One, it was marginally on par. It was no Forza. Although, I guess technically speaking, Forza didn't exist on the Xbox One, or the Xbox original anyway. There we go. Let me lengthen that rope a little bit so it stops swinging those beams as hard. Okay, up. Top up. Didn't even have to stop, just like a real gas station. Goofy Cruisin' USA. You know what? That's probably a fairly accurate description. Tell you what, you beams want to hang out on the side of the truck, you hang out on the side of the truck. Don't let me stop you. Big Mother Truckers 2, however. Well, both of these I got as bargain bin games, so it's not like I invested deeply in them. That would have been tragic. But Big Mother Truckers 2, that one was poster child for shovelware. And that one, the physics got even worse. Surprisingly, the attempt to be salacious actually toned down a little bit, if I remember this correctly. It's just everything about it was, let's take the blueprint from the original and then just half-ass everything. So hey, Sandwich, if you're watching this, don't bother with that one. But we'll call the first one a cult classic. Wait, Big Mother Truckers is better than Forza? Big Mother Truckers came before Forza. We can give it that credit, certainly. Series killer, yeah. The Big Mother Truckers never had the real opportunity to be a series anyway. So I guess that's why they figured, let's go for broke. If we can get Best Buy to sell this for $5 so that we get $2.50 off the deal, it's like free money. Because we're only going to spend $99.95 on development on it. Sell 50 copies and we've made a profit. What I really want credit for here is that while jabbering away and only half paying attention to chat, I've actually been remembering where it is that I want to drive with this truck. Because one of the earlier tasks, not contracts, was to get the power station running again. And the power station enabled 2 of these crafting stations to come back online. And that included the one at the top of this hill up here that turns metal beams into metal rolls. Big Mother Truckers is better than Forza. Well, if you include the question mark, then yes, sure, that's still accurate. Big Mother Truckers was... Oh, you know what? I know exactly what I was saying. It's better on the original Xbox because Forza, I don't think, had an edition on the original Xbox. I think it was Xbox One. Or, I'm sorry, it was Xbox 360 when they started Forza, I think. So yes, I am 100% backing that statement. Error-free, Big Mother Truckers is totally better than Forza. More accurate, more realistic, far less crass. Okay, let me save a little gas. I'm sorry, diesel. Oh, such a terrible mistake. I'll probably be arrested for that at some point. Let me deliver those 2 beams. Impossible to pack cargo because it's sitting sideways and crossways all at the same time. Okay, that's fair. I will accept that criticism, Mr. Runner. What do I need to do? I need to push the X button so I can pick this up. Let's raise you up a little bit. Are you willing to spin? Are you willing to go up? Are you willing? Are you willing to work with me in any capacity here? There we go. There we go. Now it's going to work with me. Let me spin you a little. Definitely don't spin any faster on my account. Let's see. I think that's setting in there. Got pack cargo? Yes. Restore the crane. Stop the engine. Turn off the headlights. And deliver beam number 3. Then we go into the crafting zone. I've got 3 metal beams that'll convert into all 6 metal rolls that I need. Bam, bam, bam. And then I come over to this side. So now the trailer will take 5. Number 6 I need to set on the platform. Metal rolls, I've mentioned before. They work out really well for totally overloading your trailer with. Miss Silvermoon and the Superstars, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Am I winning? Well, flip counter's at 0, so we're going to go with yes. Now, I've only been playing for 15, 20 minutes, so... Des, thank you for the follow. Let me get this followed up here. I am working my way through Wisconsin. I've got 5, maybe it's 6 contracts left, but I've managed to pull off everything else here. Miss Silvermoon with the resub on the 2-month streak. Thank you so much. I'm getting close to the sub points it wants to give me extra emotes. That will be a fun thing. Hang on, it is super dark here. Let me make sure I've got this lined up before I start letting go of anything. So yes, I am working my way through the contracts here in Wisconsin. I've got all the tasks done. I've gotten the contests out of the way. I'm working my way through the paper factory right now. If I could back up a little bit better, this might end up working. There we go. So I'm almost to the point of unlocking the rest of the paper factory contract. I think that will wrap me up on this first map. And then there's a whole bunch of industry that needs to open on map number 2. Sequoia logging, which I didn't know sequoias grew in Wisconsin, but we're gonna roll with it. And because we're gonna go cut them all down, apparently so. A 2-month stream, oh no. How long did PDC just go? It felt like his was a 3 or 4 day stream. That was probably only 24 hours, but his subathon was crazy, even for those of us that only like to stream for an hour and a half or 2 hours at a time. So I've gotten all of the horrible, horrible logging missions out of the way. I've finally fallen into a pattern where instead of saving logging and contests for the very end, I'm getting them out kind of out of the way early. Since I know that I'm going to flip continuously, dragging those top-heavy loads around. I figure that gives me a good opportunity to start learning where the good shortcuts are and the good lines through the mud. There is one stretch on this map where you got to cross a little river. It's got a little mud, and I've only done it a handful of times now, so I'm still having a little trouble getting myself stuck over there. But I'm going to do my best to ignore it for the time being. Although it's where the crafting station is, so I can't ignore it too much anymore. I have largely depleted the warehouses that came pre-populated with contract goodies, so I'm just now getting to the point where I'm going to need to start relying on crafting stations. And I got my fleet of flatbeds over here that have been collecting the little 2s and 3s. Everybody loaded up with cranes. 5 of those. Let's get you back on board. And let me get ready for my Stream Deck buttons. Get myself out of the way. And of course it's SnowRunner, so I've only seen these fun animations in the dark when you can't see anything. So someday, New Game Plus, I'll be able to make it daytime all the time and actually see something for a change. So, ooh, hooray. Oh, that's, I gotta run my fireworks. I completed a contract. Paper Factory Section C is now available for my consumption. Okay, that's enough of those. Wow, I need a little of everything. So let's see, I'm going to need a total of 6 metal beams. Okay, tell you what, let's start here. What have I got currently available? What's in the warehouse? We're going to go with the easy stuff first. That's, oh, it's got just the right number of small pipes. Spin this so I can read that. I don't need the cement. Oh, okay. Daylight's burning, so let me go start with some small pipes. I think the small pipes are 2 slaughters, so this trailer should work nicely. Cement and concrete, I was actually stacking up and bringing more than 5 slots worth at a time, because I was living dangerously, but now kind of piecemealing things one source at a time, so I may not get to do that as much. Well, thanks for visiting, Miss Moon. Go get that stretch, and it's probably a good time to take a nap, too. 5. Doing a little of the hard math. It's pushing 1 a.m. Yeah, that's definitely stretch and nap time. The only thing this taiga needs is a better horn. I'm also still on the hunt for a good wheel. I'm looking for something, and this is what makes it hard. I want something that'll work on PC and Switch and Xbox, which you probably get for free if it works on PC. I found a couple of contenders, but nothing that seems good yet. My self-imposed Switch requirement is what makes it tough to find something really good. There's a quick and dirty trip. One of the MOs that I've tried to kind of work on to varying degrees of success is I like to start out by collecting some of my resources from the farther reaches of the maps. So I get the hard crappier drives sometimes out of the way sooner. So as I get closer to the end of the map and I start looking forward to moving on to the next one, that sometimes like this one, I get a nice short drive to pick something up, instead of every single drive being the long, tedious one. It may be why I've started trying to mix some of my logging missions in early on. As long as I'm doing long and tedious, let's get logging done. Hey, old bacon face. This is Space Trains on Earth without tracks or conductors. Instead, every single one of my trucks is being operated by our good friend Urgent Sandwich. You can't see him in there because it's dark, because it's SnowRunner. Oops. Oh, I braked so hard I went backwards. Get you over here. Pipes just like that. Fuel is far side of the map. I know where to get that. Okay, hang on here. Let's save a few moments worth of gas. What else is quick and easy? Ooh, rail station over here. What have we got? I need two cargo containers. They've got... Ooh, they've also got some consumables. There we go. That'll be up next. Oh, hey, you know what? Before I go... Let me... Yeah, that has a... Oops. Okay, I overshot a little bit. You know what? That's good. My Paystar over there, it can put a little gas into that Azov in order to get it to the gas station, so I don't have to do a full recovery on it, but... Taiga got a little greedy. So we're going to run over. We're going to go grab my 2 cargo containers. So that's 4 slots. And they've got 2 consumables over there. So I should be able to load up a consumable and then swing one around on the crane. I've lost my ability to get them to stay nice and balanced and just stay put as I bounce them around, so we'll just fling them around in the air. Ooh, Baconface doing some star finding. Finding the paths in the stars. I absolutely hope your game included a space train, because that is now a thing. I do a lot of the finding of the paths. One of those finding of the paths I do in Savage Worlds because I'm a rebel. I have never had a regular Starfinder game, though. That would theoretically actually be kind of fun, because I got lots of stuff for it. Space bus. Let me check. Let me do. It does count. Congratulations. Although, to be fair, you really need to call it a star bus. And you can abbreviate it SB. Maybe SB with a little asterisk on the end. Make it look cute. I'll give you a license for that. This is one of those drives I've done plenty of times, so I'm going to only half pay attention to it as I go. I have absolutely flipped for seemingly no reason. It was always the game oppressing me. It's not a guaranteed drive. Some of my early role-playing was the West End Star Wars. I loved West End Star Wars. You know what? I even had very strong, fond feelings for the WotC Star Wars. I don't think I ever really had any of the particular rules questions. I think they came along as prequels were churning out, so you had a lot of multi-era content. And I was always really just kind of heavily digging on original trilogy. Extra content was entertaining, but it just never quite suited my gaming tastes, at least. What am I looking for before I screw this up here? I want 1 consumable up front, because that means I can balance the other one on top. And then, if I'd use the right control, I can find... There we go, cargo containers. Ugh, I still put it in the wrong spot, because I was screwing around with the wrong control. At least it's not one of those that made me turn sideways, because that's coming. Okay. At least I am certified for fixing this kind of mistake. Truth be told, I'm certified by myself. I don't know if that counts. I'm gonna stay put. You gonna stay put? Unpack, repack? Yes, it stayed put. You know what? I can actually just leave the crane there because I'm going to intentionally need that in a moment. Cargo container on the trailer this time. Bam. Now I need 1 more consumable. That one has to go on the platform. Okay. Back over to ye olde crane. Look at at me trying to be clever and putting the short one on the trailer first. There we go. There we go. Let's rock you down right there. Look at that. And Bob is your uncle. Full disclaimer, I do not have an Uncle Bob. Oops, I got myself kind of turned a little sideways-ish, but that's okay. We'll fix this. Definition of fix to be determined. Oh, wow. I don't think I could back in a nice pivot circle like that if I tried. Here we go. Fond memories of characters shouting, "Stop in the name of the old republic," before realizing it wasn't called that yet. Yeah, that's true. It's like all those nice period pieces where the soldiers in, 1916 are referring to it as World War I. Oh, I have had a lot of experience being a train. But only an Earth train. Oh, no, wait, I don't want high gear. I want low plus here for Poland. Crank, crank, crank. Back to auto. I have some extremely fond memories of varietal Star Wars RPGs. I've actually got all of the FFG books. I have played one actual formal game of it, though, which seems kind of sad. I didn't even mind the crazy FFG, you need to buy our weird dice aspect of it. It's kind of fun having that. Kind of like their version of not World of Warcraft, good lord. Warhammer. You needed to buy their wonky dice to go with their crazy fiddly bits for an RPG. I know a lot of people despised it, but I was in love with FFG board games at that time, so adding the fiddlies to the RPG was just entertaining. That one I played a bunch of. I've tried driving across that right down there, which you can do, but it has those two little tiny rocks at the far side, and I always get myself hung up on them, and especially when you're pulling logs across those things, bloop, over you go. So I am going to run this one. Don't roll here and prove me a truthful liar, but I'm also going to have a little bit of a breath holding at making this corner. There we go. Scrape the paint on the trailer. It'll be fine. It'll buff right out. I feel like I'm bad enough at stats that special dice seem like a pain. But I guess the point is not to tell people the odds. Just know adding more of the good dice is good. Yeah. And they've got all of their summaries in the back of the book. And I think someone third party actually made sticker sheets so you could translate your 1 through X into the proper number of the proper numbers of symbols. But at that point, that's making work out of the game. So I was more than happy to buy a few sets of special magic dice for each of those games. And they were nicely colored. Purple's always my favorite, so I enjoyed having the big D12 purples. Granted, they're completely useless in basically any other game, although I think the distribution between Warhammer and Star Wars was actually equivalent. Okay, where am I? Let me deliver a consumable, because that will allow me to repack. Deliver another consumable, and then cargoes. Bam! Just like that. KDP! Welcome to any and all nemesis. What am I working on? I am working on Paper Factory Section C. Oh, I hear something coming. Something off in the distance. There we go. That's one of the good horns. let's see, I've almost got my paper factory up and operational. Ooh, hey, I finished section B and it actually built a little more of that building. So I got some scaffolding. It built a little over there, but didn't quite finish it either. This section is awesome over here, though, with all these tanks and that smokestack for smoking papers. I don't know anything about paper factories, clearly. Okay, so I need more metal rolls. Those are kind of a pain in the ass to get to, but not too bad. Oh, hey, look. I got all this stuff going down there. This is a big list. Let me see. What is up next? What's up next? I know where the fuel is. I think there's only one source of fuel. It's over here. It's just a little past the rolled metal. That's not bad. What does this warehouse still have? Oh, it's got the other 4 consumables I need. Okay, so fuel and consumables I can finish in 1 trip each. Large pipes or 4 slaughters. But I'm going to have to build those. Do those come from over here? No. Oh, I hear... I will kill 42. Well, that's certainly intimidating sounding, but thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We're doing some SnowRunner. I'm working on some logistics for this large Paper Factory Section C delivery here. I got to figure out who even has some of the stuff I need. Okay, that one I have an unlimited supply as long as I keep pouring fuel into it. Over here, the railway station, that has nothing more than I need now, but it has cargo creation. No, that's still a storage zone. There we go. This one makes large pipes. This one does not yet have a generator, so I would need to bring a generator in order to get the big pipes. Metal rolls. I need to come over to this one to generate the beams. Tell you what, I can do that right now. I can make the beams because I'm going to need 4 beams raw and 2 to make metal rolls. So let's see, the Paystar. No, it's not the Paystar. Oh, it's the Pacific that's over here. He is hanging out with this one. Do I have... Oh, no, that's right. I restarted, so let me power up. Actually, I don't think I need to start me. I just need to start the generator. Chug, 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 chug. Oh, here I can actually watch it directly. Get back out of there. There we go. Cement. Metal beams. Oh, it looks like I could generate 10, so I got enough fuel for everything. I need 4 straight, and I need 2 for converting into metal rolls. There we go. Those are built. What else do I need? Cement, concrete. Oh, I can make consumables if I need to. I don't need to yet, because that warehouse has the other 4 that I'm going to need. I don't think the generator cares. I think if you leave it running, it doesn't actually burn fuel. It just chugs away until you save and exit. Then it shuts down. So, okay, I got all the beams I'm going to need made. Got to deliver 4 of them. I got to convert 2 to rolls. I need fuel. I need consumables. I need a generator with fuel to make the pipes. And I'm going to need bricks. I think I got a couple brick houses left that I can scavenge. Wow, no, I may have cleaned those up nicely. What else do I got? Oh, there's a brick framing. Where is it? Oh, okay. I left that one over there. That was the last one, and I left it over there because it's real close to this gateway. So if Grainwoods River needed bricks, I'd have something real nearby I could pop over to this map if I needed to. Otherwise, you have to craft new bricks out here, and I think it needs pre-packaged sand and cement. I haven't done it yet, so something along those lines. And I think, oh yeah, that's all the pillage houses that I've got left out there. Just that one. Well, good. I cleaned them up nicely. I had a bunch left over in the Yukon that made my OCD twitch, that I was having to leave materials on the table, but there was nothing else to build, so I could have run around and collected them all and taken them all to storehouses, but that was getting a little silly, even for me. So let's see, there's a fuel station over there. And I've got a fuel trailer sitting over here, so let me go make my fuel. Oh, nope, wrong chart. Let me go make my fuel and my consumable runs. Let's go ahead and put the crane away, just so we don't get it caught on something. Beacons are still on for safety. That's why we haven't flipped yet. Let's see. Oh, okay, I'm finally going to catch up here. Hey, there's an I Will Kill. Oh, yep. I figured you'd be a SnowRunner player coming in, but it seems to be the typical pattern when any of the streamers that I watch running playing SnowRunner have someone come in. They've come in because of SnowRunner. So yeah, so I just finished building the beams that I'll need to take up to the metal roll facility here. I'm gonna put those are on my list. These next two, the fuel and the consumables, won't require crafting, so I can get these done pretty quick here. I would consider piling some up together, but there's no reasonable way. I'm going to do too much bouncing to get them all piled up together. I think? I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself. We'll see. I'll give it a shot. Yeah. For entertainment value, I might give that a shot. See how many I can get balanced up here. Because it's going to be a total of 8. I can pack 5. Dangle 1, so it leaves only 2 that need to maintain some sort of balance. These all stay pretty low profile and they're pretty flat. Now I'm tempted. Oops, okay. I came off the hill a little early, but I gotta run the mud that's at the bottom. Lock it in a low, so I stop up and down shifting. Tried going the longer way around. It's a little safer, but I'm pretty sure this way actually still ends up being faster for me. I get very nervous trying to pull any even semi-top heavy load down this one, though. All of these rocks tend to throw me off kilter way too easy, especially up at this top level. I've got a line I'm pretty good at hitting going this direction, where I get the left side up slightly on the hillside to keep me level, rather than letting that left side sink. But I have a lot more trouble hitting it properly on the way back down. I have dumped lots of loads right through this gap. I kind of become fond of coming up this way, because I got a trailer parked over here with some fuel in it. I swing by that far warehouse to pick up stuff, and then I come back out by going through the little flooded valley with the farm, and swing by the fuel station, which is really convenient right now. And that helps avoid the really bad bouncing. End up trading it in for having to do some mud bogging. Hubcap deep in the old brown snow. That distinctly sounds bad, but that's probably coming in their next game. Oh, okay. I don't have to be in low plus anymore. I've already pillaged that building for its natural resources. All that's left there are the little sundry detritus items that are marvelous at destroying tires and suspensions. Shortcut, save 15 seconds worth of driving. There's a little logging station off to the left down here. With a trailer, makes it a real pain to make that turn right there. But I'm not going to the logging station because I've finished logging. Coming back up this, especially with a load of medium logs and a medium logging trailer, also featured a great number of load spills when you find that one rock that decides that it is immovable. Crank up this hill. And I bet if I came back this way, I would probably roll it there too. There we go. Downhill. Time for convoy. These nice big puffy Taiga mud tires actually take some of those rocks with a little bit of speed and not blow up suspension components. Okay, park it right here. All of this is going to go on the trailer. Thinking through that and confirming it before I pick it up. So we have everybody's Lunchables on board. Snacks for the masses. And you know what? I want to be on the correct side of these rocks here. These paper factory workers, they want their Lunchables, and they want a bunch of fuel, and they want empty bottles and rags for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Once I get them up and running, they plan on churning out a whole bunch of cellulose. Apparently someone wants me to drive that over to the other map for some reason. I don't know what they're going to do with it over there. I don't ask. Which of these trucks will you be for Halloween? Oh man, that is an excellent question. In my current day-to-day operations here, this is definitely my favorite truck, but that does not necessarily translate to which one do I want to be for Halloween. I would say I want to go with one of those that has the good horn. I don't use it very much. Although I do have the raised suspension for it now, so I should, but the Dan has a really good horn. I might go with that one. It's big and it's long and it's beefy. I like all of those aspects. I like the look of the Colobs, but the horns are lacking on those. The Pacific P512, it's got a really good horn. Why am I stuck in this mud? This is not bad mud. I got glitched in this mud puddle not too long ago. There was something invisible hiding down in the bowels of the mud that was preventing the trailer from moving forward or backward or anywhere. There it goes. And it finally did that thing where it flips you up into orbit and lets the chips fall where they may. And that was an annoying moment. There's no pushing as long as I've got a winch with a winch area. Is my truck swimming? No, my truck is sinking to the bottom. The luck for me is that the bottom is not as deep as my snorkel. Let's see, can I zoom in? Yeah, my snorkel up front actually sits at the top of windshield level, so this one will go nice and deep. I have absolutely found the areas on other maps where the water is deeper than the top of the windshield. Sometimes I will run over. If you stop the engine fast enough, it stops doing damage to the engine, and you can fish it out with another truck. And I've done it a couple of times just to prove that I'm capable of it, but it's usually easier to go ahead and do a recovery. It's when the truck drowns and you've got a trailer full of cargo that you then have to figure out how to go and recover. That blows. Yeah, when it comes to truck swimming, so far this is the truck for me because it has these nice big beach ball tires. I don't want to go around this hill. I want to go over. I'm going to pop a wheelie as I do it. By going this way back, I avoid the rough, rock me back and forth terrain, and I go right by this fuel station. There's not too much jiggle bouncing from this point on back to the paper factory, so I might be able to pull off the big stack. Let me get myself lined up nice here. Let's go with that. Okay, first we're going to load a fuel on the back because we can. And now we're going to get nutty. First let me get myself maneuvered into a position. Oop, oh, nope, that is the forward button, not the backward button. I have to take 2 swipes since I screwed up the first one. Okay, try this again. There we go. Go backwards, clear the handrail. There we go. Okay. No, I don't want a winch. I want a crane. Let me stack a couple of these bad boys up here, and let's see what we've got to work with. If I can do these 2 in a single run, it will make me a champion of efficiency. If I spill them all in the river first time I try to get through, then it will just make me a standard operating procedure kind of guy. Let's see, how do you feel about just kind of sitting right there? Let's put you there to start with. You're not quite squared. I don't think that matters. I don't know. I'm not a fuel expert. Let's pick you up. Back you up over here. This has OSHA approved written all over it. Especially the part where I continually smash into the trailer as I try to move it. You know, oh hey, you know what? If I set you down on a matching diagonal pattern, at least that makes a pattern. I think that's half of safety right there. Now, my eventual last one. Ow. Objects in front windshield may be closer than you think they are. Let's reattach. It does a bunch of jiggling. Oh, I don't like the way that was happening. Looks like I got to get out. No, I don't care about my rank. Cargo management. There we go. Oh, okay, it's back to trying to put it on the trailer. That would have been awesome if it worked. It did not. One more for you. Honestly, it would probably be safest if I just dangled this out in front of the truck instead of threatening bashing those other two behind me, but we're just going to let it... We're going to let it air out its business here. Oops, okay, now I'm a little... Oh, no, I'm doing everything bad. Everything you do here is bad. I want you to notice. Ghostbusters 2, everybody. Oh, man, I'm still on the pavement, and I'm rocking those fuel things back and forth. I would be dissuaded by the fact that this is guaranteed to end in tears, but there's also a chance it could end in a giant fireball, so I'm going with it. Nico has just spotted a wild KDP. No, you know what? I am not gonna sing a song about jiggling. I'm just gonna cut straight to my fuel folds, and we're gonna call it good, just like that. And we're gonna pretend that that's as pop culture as I'm going to make this. And oop, there they go, already down. Okay. I had just decided, you know what? I'm gonna drive through this nasty mud instead of leaning it through the grass for the easier transport. And nope, transition from grass to mud was a mistake. That's okay. Let me see what I can do. We are going to do a little rearranging on the way we'd arrange stuff here. Wow, did I just acknowledge that I want to rearrange my arrangement? And I've been writing technical documents purported to be in English today, too. Oh, oh no, I didn't mean to drop it. It's a sad sight here. Okay, I'm going to put yours there. You two are going to balance up a little closer to the front end of that trailer then. Oh, I almost had it. Nope, don't winch. Don't mess with Sasquatch. There we go. Maybe A. I need you to... Oh. It keeps teasing me by activating... There we go. So I'm going to set those two up. They're going to be a little closer, so I don't have to back up to retrieve them and back up as much when they fall. Then I'm going to let that one just hover high, baby. And we're off. We're going to put the big beach ball tires to the test here to see if I can re-engage from a dead stop in the mud. I'm going with probably no. Poop. This is a wild gamble. Okay, I thought maybe I can try going straight into this high gear. Ooh, well that's getting me... I don't know what it's getting me, but it's getting me a little something. Only because as soon as I use the winch to pull me forward a little bit... Yeah, okay, I'm going to dump everything. Damn it. As soon as I use the winch, it's going to drop this one that I'm carrying. Okay, hang on, let's get you a little bit lower so I can tell where you're going. We are going to set you up here as far as we can get you on the grass. There we go. We're going to do some old-fashioned hand trucking here. Oop, nope, I don't need you up that high. I just need you forward. That's going to end dumb, but it's in the neighborhood. Don't keep falling. Damn it. Don't fall this way. Fall the other way. Oh, okay, if you want to push that one forward a little, I'll take that. I'll take that. Now I want to see about doing a little winching. I do a good body winch? No, that one's kind of not doing it for me. So let's go with this here. If you, sir, would remain on the trailer, I would appreciate you. Yeah, this is why I wanted to drive on the grass in the first place. Let's see about getting you over here. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a gamble, but we're going to see if that gets me grassy enough. I can pull back out of this spot. I want the two of you to just stay put up there. If I had put any thought or planning into this, I should have done the fuel first, because it's nice and flat and wide, where these consumables are going a little narrow on the tops. Got a little bit of front grip. Let's get you downshifted here. Oh, come on, man. Stay on the trailer because the two of you fell. Yeah, that's right. Oh man, I'm going to name all of my cargoes from now on. Okay, now. Okay, now we're getting into the realm of this will never work. Get you swung kind of out of the way here. We are going all out. We're going to try to winch back up onto the grass with everybody purely in balance mode. Okay. I am going to grade myself as, oh my god, that actually kind of worked for now. We're just going to go with that. Oh. Because I really would have rather been on the other bank. I'm going to roll, aren't I? Yep. Okay. Well, you know what? I was asking for it. I was trying to get fancy. Do I have... No, I don't have anti-fireworks. All I've got is happy birthday. I need to come up with a good sorrow animation. Oh, hey, both at the same time? No, you don't deserve that. Let me go find my flip counter. We're going to turn that on. Thank you. Oh, there you go. KDP's got it. This truck might actually not be the worst choice for doing this recovery. Because if it comes to it, this one has 3 cargo slots available, and instead of balancing all that crap, I can just throw it in the back of this truck and then tow the whole truck along. Maybe we'll just go ahead and admit that our balanced strategy was ill-conceived. And we will just go for the 2-truck method. Oh my god, I don't have my beacons on. Okay, there we go. Now we're safe. So yeah, that water down there, that is a truck swimming hole. I had the beacons on, so I flew right past it. I'm pretty sure that 128 liters will be fine to get me across this island, so the fuel station on the other side. And then it's a short hop from the fuel station to a semi-upside down semi. Oh, I do enjoy my truck spin emote. Nothing more appropriate to a good SnowRunner session. It would apply to a Mud Runner session too, but I don't see many people streaming that old game instead. Though I do have it, and it actually seems a lot more frustrating than this one. Probably because they intended it to be extra frustrating. Everybody real slow through the big rocks. Don't tuck down too far into the grass, because that gets kind of leany. This has the raised suspension, so I can actually clear those. Yay. I've been finding on that Taiga, though, that it's been catching that rear transfer case on a lot of these rocks. And it makes me frown. Oh, look at that. I was on rear-wheel drive. It doesn't even care. Let's go 10-wheel? Yeah, 10-wheel drive with the diff locks. Right through the water like it's nobody's business. I'm about to get gas, so I'm going to leave all-wheel on. Drink, 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 and we're full. So I'll have 2 trucks worth of cranes, a truck and a half worth of gas, and a full 8-slot cargo capacity. I am doomed to success. I would find it funny if the pickup arrow ahead is actually directing me straight to where I dumped all of my crap off that truck, but it's probably leading me to the fuel station. Let me do a quick map check. Yes, I do need to turn here. This is the slightly gooey mud section. So I'm going to do that thing where I try to get out of the goo and onto the grass and not fall over. Works much better when you're not balancing junk. Oh, and to do my flip over, I need to be on the other side. The real sad panda here is that I don't have the 3 balanced pieces of cargo to have to put back on a truck. I got all 8. Unless this bad boy actually just magically flips back upright and brings its cargo with it. I invite you to go ahead and start holding your breath now for that. Welcome to Winchville. Pull, baby, pull. Oh, hey, I got it started, but it's a little unhappy. Get you some digging. No, it's super bummed about this. I am a bit of a crap angle and trying to roll it uphill. Ooh, Hater, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I am destroying my own truck-based economy here. That's always worth a little entertainment value. Pull, pull, pull. Oh, we're going. And we're back upright. I'll let go of the winch. And we have all 97 wheels between these 2 trucks on the ground again. Let me see if I can pull myself off this hill before it rolls over again. There we go. There is a success. Let me put your crane away. You have been gently naughty. So I am going to park you. I'm going to park you in the crap mud. Why is it telling me it's got a cargo thing? There's clearly no cargo in that bed. I love that this one is old enough that it's got that slow rumble wind up as it tries to start. We're going to put your crane in charge of loading junk back on the trunk. Stop dragging it. There you go. If I was any good at this, I'd make sure to set my anchor first. But I might actually be successful at not doing that. I'm still going to mess this up. That's okay, because now the TIG is upright, and it can just fix everything. Okay, it's definitely a little worse in the mud, but at least it's slightly more stable-ish. It's a medical term. Grind it till you grab it. That is the way some of these transmissions work. Let me get you packed first. Oh man, would you look at me? I'm mixing cargo types here. This is totally un-cargo kosher. Will you promise to just balance there? Hey, look at that, you will. Unpack, repack. Okay, the overflow 3 are now dealt with. Let me see if I can grab a hold of this without performing any unfortunate behaviors. I'm also probably going to need to drop it so that I can get my winch out. Because I am definitely sitting in the mud here. Oop, oh, okay. That's not the move I intended to make exactly, but it'll do. Okay, you winch out very nicely, thank you. Maybe you need to keep winching a little bit. No. Set you up. I don't think I can reach... I don't think I can quite reach that trailer from over here, so we're going to do a little navigating. We're just going to push these boxes around. It's only fuel. Nothing bad could happen from that. We're all fine here. We're all friends. Oh, no, no, don't. Oh, it bounced. Physics is crap. Okay, and what? Just releasing the trailer is going to tip it sideways. That doesn't count. That trailer can suck it. Oh, that's perfect. My least favorite horn that I put in there just to annoy myself with is the one that it selected. Nice. Let's see. Can I actually get to you from here? Oh, look, I can. Can I actually pull you from here? I can come very, very close. I might even be able to do it if that fuel container wasn't sitting in the way. This has absolutely turned into a comedy of errors now. Pull this one out of the way. That's what I really need to do. I'm just going to drop it right there. Because if I try lifting it over to set it in the 45-degree angle truck bed, it's just going to roll me over. And then I need to pull in a third truck to do rescues. And I'm not going to say that I've done that before. but I have 100% had to do that before. Wait, did I just... Oh, I disconnected. Oops. Let's see. Now, can you finish rolling yourself upright? Yes, you can. Thank you for the effort. I want to restore the crane. I don't need the brake. I want to see if this trailer... Get off of me! I want to see if this trailer is just gently resting and I can actually recover it. Reattach it here. Wait, I'm in explicit reverse, so I have to use the forward button to make it go that way. Trailer's too far away. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured. Ooh, come on, line up. There we go. Oh, no, wait, I'm in reverse. Reverse is not going to help us. Forward's not going to help much, because I'm in a really bad angle for this. Although, maybe if I can use the winch to pull us together. Oh, it worked! Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't think that was going to work. Yeah, so far, I believe my record is 4 trucks required in order to finish dealing with the first one that I managed to flip. Because it was on a really bad slope that was covered with moving rocks. Every time I tried to do any kind of movement, I would end up sliding one way or the other. I'd be out of position and then trying to mess my way back in. Oh, Billy, did you miss a flip? Well, so far you've missed 2. Both of them are sitting right here. I've managed to get both of them upright, so I'm doing a little better than I might otherwise have expected. But I'm managing to put myself in a position where it's now gotten dark, so of course it's even harder to figure out what I'm doing. But I also have all these trucks that are sitting crossways in deep mud. I'm going to need the diff lock on just to get this one to even move. I started this by trying to do some clever balancing of cargo so I could get 8 slots worth at a time, and everything just rapidly went downhill. So I might be in a position now. I think everybody is flat and level enough, and I'm swallowing my pride and putting out anchors now and everything, so maybe I'll get this recovered. What'll happen then is that someone's going to be out of gas. It's not far to the nearby gas station, but if I work myself all the way down to 0 liters, that's infinitely far. So I just drop you. Are you going to work? Yes, you are. Okay. Let's come back for one more consumable. All of this is because those self-indulgent paper factory workers want their Lunchables and their Molotov cocktails. So a little before and after dinner aperitifs. You know what? I'm trying so that I don't have to just throw this at the ground and see if it sticks. But you're not making it easy. It balanced. Okay, truck number 1 recovered. Okay, gotta let that one flip. Can I reach? Can I reach? I can just barely make it over to that one. That's good. Nope, I don't need to go in reverse. I need to go forward. I need you to not roll sideways. What did I say? I'm fine if you move straight up into this pole. Okay, you're worrying me a little bit. But I'm going to trust you. have I got? Okay, I got rotation lock, so naturally I got to go the other way around. I bought this game and haven't played it much yet. You know what? Actually, I found myself in that position. I got the Switch in December, and I got Animal Crossing and Zelda Breath of the Wild to go with it. So I played those a little bit to get started, and then I bought this game in January because I finally actually saw some of it and thought, hey, you know what? That actually looks kind of cool. I should try that out. And then I got pulled back into finishing up Zelda, and then I was gonna come back to this one, and that's when my heart got tugged away by the Xenoblade series. And so I spent a month or two cranking out Xenoblade 1 and 2 because I knew that 3 was coming. And then I finally got back to playing this game. About the same time, I started watching It's Thompson and Miss Silvermoon and The Cloud, whom I haven't seen in a long time now, come to think of it. And so that poured me back into this until Xenoblade 3 came out, and then I took a break for close to a month from this one to go back to that. But ever since then, I have been completely hooked on it. Let's see. Figuring out how do I want to handle the cargo allocation. It's got it cranked to the back, but at least it's nice and level now. How am I on fuel? Okay, I'm good on fuel. Gas station isn't far from here. Don't tip yourself sideways because you've decided this stupid piece of cargo is wedged. Can I turn on headlights? Headlights might help. I know, we'll see about that. Okay, let go, back up. You seem like you might be willing to participate. Okay, there we go. So that's unwedged. Let me bring you a little closer. Let's set you down right there. Now, let's see how this one does. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Emergency release. Don't do this. Oop, well, okay, I didn't mean to stop that engine, but I guess that'll do. I'm not going to need your crane. So let's see. Let's get back to the original problem of how stuck in this mud are we. Let me pack that one extra cargo there. And then let's just go. Oh, these are not great winching options. Let's go off of the body winch here. Nope, that tree was not willing to participate. I'll just winch onto anything that'll have me. Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing. There we go. There's a little movement. Let me go back over here. Get some headlights. Get the crane reactivated. Now let's see if you will just pick up into the air. Whoosh! There we go. We're going to make a fuel sandwich with our Uncrustables on either end and fuel in the middle. Let's restore the crane. That would bring back the anchor if I'd left it out. Let's see if I can move forward just a little bit. You know what? As long as this one's moving, let me see if I can get it out of the mud pit first. Right now, if it needs to lean, at least it has a buddy there to lean against. That'll probably fix it. On a scale of 10, 1 to 10, we are 100. I absolutely guarantee we are 100 somethings. Oh, and the autosave just kicked in. Now, I know from experience that these two trees want to be crushed out of the way. Disengage the diff lock before that causes problems. We are just gonna, you know what, we're close enough. Let's just go ahead and take this on to the fuel station. We may be back in business here. It's a good thing I don't have my CDL any longer, because they would totally revoke it after watching the way I drive. Pull you into the station here. Ding, 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 ding. Stop engine. Fuel back up. Cut the lights to save the battery. Oh, Hater, you've got it on Steam and want to know if it works on your Steam Deck? I can tell you the answer is yes, because I have it on Steam, and I do have it installed on my Steam Deck. My hope is that they come out with the Steam Dock fairly soon, because that will let me do the HDMI capture on the card that I use for my streaming here, and then I could stream straight off that deck. It gives you the, what is it, the little yellow question mark, maybe it'll work, we're not sure option. And it's because of the really small text and the occasional need for, well, it talks about text entry. I don't ever remember actually having to do that. Before I screw myself up, let me get repacked all 5 pieces of cargo, and we're off. So yeah, the real issue with them, or with the game on the deck, is that it's sometimes hard to read that really small text, although I've been able to do it, and I have crappy eyes, so I don't think it's that hard to do. On Switch, you actually have the ability to just tap on the screen if you're playing handheld, and it will do an automatic little magnifying glass for you. I don't think it has that on the Windows/Steam/Deck version. That would be cool if it did. And then it does talk about sometimes you would have to engage the virtual keyboard to enter text responses, but I honestly don't remember actually doing that at any point. So in terms of performance, it seems to run great. I have done a little multiplayer locally here from the Steam Deck connecting to the Switch as a server, just to test out the Switch's ability to do the serving. And then I haven't run it the other way yet, but I have connected the Switch as a client to some other ones, so I know it works at least. Go this way. Let's fire you up. Are you running? It says you're running. There you go. This way is also fraught with peril naturally, but we're going to go for the convoy coming back out this way. We're not balancing anything, so I think I can get through those jagged bumps. Keeps me from having to worry too hard about the losing grip in the mud. So I have those nice little peninsulas to grab with the tires. It looks like we're through. Yeah, we're through. This obstacle here, you know what, this obstacle here, I'm going to go ahead and drive these through separately. For the sake of on-air entertainment and flip counter, I'm willing to do some dumb things, like the way I was navigating this through those mud channels and tipping it sideways, but I have so many occasional problems with these little rocks here. I'm just going to go ahead and drive these separately. But then I will... Ow! Convoy back at 18 points. It's such a small pull. I'll convoy them up on the other side of this rock blockage here. Because these rocks are where I always hook that rear transfer case, even with the raised suspension on this Taiga. Ooh, after the terrain it's been through, and the lighting conditions, it looks like I have some nice classic white walls on this bad boy. And then the car horn makes more sense on it. Oh, don't run over the bird. we are going to do an extended yield there. Come back to the Paystar. Headlights, please. Oh yeah, it was already pulling this Paystar up a little off center from where I would like it. There we go. Trying to get some diff lock going. Just because it loves to throw some of those wheels up in the air on these rocks. There we go. This one also loves to get the transfer case hung up. Because these little rolly rocks are a little taller than the hard-placed ones. And the stupid rolly rocks, just like this, roll along with you and get themselves extra jammed. May take the gamble on getting a little on the downhill side. There we go, kept it upright. Championship! Can you rename your trucks? Oh God, how I wish you could. They would all have the most entertaining and probably foul noises. Set you there. Hey! Oh, wait a minute, wrong control. I need to zoom out. Let's hook you up here. And hook you up here. You are already running. Brake is off. Headlights are on. Beacons are on for safety. Welcome to the road train. Let me make sure. Okay, that's a little awkward. Okay, let's give you a little more space to follow behind. Why is everybody rolling together here? I didn't ask for this. Okay, everybody just stay put. Don't nobody go nowhere. There we go. Okay, now you can roll a little if you want, because you just want to catch up to me, because you missed me. That's cool. Now don't go rear-ending me. I don't need a push-me-pull me right at the moment. Okay, everybody's good. Okay, we're not getting the most speed on this hill, but at least there's speed with a positive indicator on it. Now we're making some progress. Gotta clear that nasty bump. Trailer's got to clear the nasty bump. Next truck needs to clear it. I have found that if you just don't look at whatever you're towing, then usually it's fine. The physics engine decides, yeah, you weren't really looking at me, so we're going to pretend that it's good. It's Schrodinger's tow service. See? Oh, I looked, but you look good, so we're fine. Oh, there's our drop-off arrow, just the other side of the river. Experiment with that high torque gear. Makes no difference with this particular tow configuration. We'll just go back into auto so that I don't accidentally stall it next time I come to a stop. Oh no. Oh no, are there ghost orbs in this? Someone quick deploy the dots. I can flash the nabes, so it's exactly like Phasmophobia, this game. Like me, I'm trying to be a responsible trucker and go wide, so that the tow truck can come on through. Why don't you disconnect before you keep pushing me into other cars. God, you're so mean. What have I got here? I got 3 fuel here, and I've got 2 consumables. Bam. And then I gotta move over to my other, my other truck. I want to see those lights. Even though I'm gonna turn them right back off here in a moment. Congratulations, everyone actually still has fuel. I've got 1 fuel to complete that requirement, and I got 2 consumables to complete that requirement. Man, we have made some serious progress. I got a whole bunch of metal, and 2 large pipes, and 6 bricks. Ooh, boy, I got 2 bricks on the map, but I'm going to have to craft the other 4. That is going to be some logistics work, but I can smell coming from the other room. I believe that here at Casa Jedi, we have some dinner ready. I've been running for, what, an hour and a half? Ooh, an hour and a 3/4. Yeah, that's pretty good for... Oh, God, I've got to do something about... What the hell is this thing? So, I got some dinner ready. We're coming to the close of my day here, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for now. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I want to thank the 2 of you that did resubs. That is absolutely awesome. I would love to get a few more. I think I need a handful more in so that I can open up some more emote slots, because I got a couple more emotes. I'm going to have to rotate them until I get those extra slots open. But I've got some plans for Saturday. I got a couple new games. I got to decide which one of those I want to run through. I might also try picking one that runs on this laptop instead of streaming off the Switch, so I can get that tested back out. A little more engaging game, perhaps. Let me throw you back over to a little pretzel music. And let's see who else is up and streaming right now. I got Husband Waifu Gaming are doing art things. PDC is running his farm simulator. He's a good option. Mr. Booty is doing the construction simulator. Or Old Man Shorty is running some SnowRunner. He's actually got a bunch of people. Jedi absolutely calls it dinner, because supper is for Midwest weirdo people. And I lived in the Midwest for 8-9 years. Okay, that's fine. So at least I've heard it before, but that's an inappropriate term. There's no such thing as supper. It's a lie. It's a greeting card company kind of thing, you know, like birds. So let me set up a raid here. Let's go see. Maybe unless someone throws out an intention for something here, I'll go pick one of these. You know what? I really like Please Don't Cry. He is a lot of fun to watch. He's got the interaction game going on his. Let's see if he'll accept that. Boom, the raid is going. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'll give you a little bit of music on the way out, and I'll see you next time.